The crossing for more than 4 decades, Voyager 2 has been drifting further and further from home. Beyond the warmth of familiar planets. Past the icy edge of our solar system. Into a place we once believed was endless emptiness. Launched in the late 1970s, it was a machine that became more than just a mission. It became a ghost ship, a vessel guided only by the fading whispers of Earth. Scientists expected its signal to weaken, to dissolve into static, until it vanished entirely into cosmic silence. But that moment never came. Instead, Voyager 2 did the unthinkable. It spoke back. Not with the usual flow of predictable data. Not with a routine transmission that would fade into the archives. But with something different. Something that made NASA scientists pause, eyes widening, breath caught in their throats. A sudden spike. An abrupt change. A sharp line crossed. And with it, confirmation. Confirmation of what humanity had always feared in whispers but never dared to declare. The edge of our solar system is not a blur. It is not a slow fade. It is a wall. And beyond it, something changes. Music builds. When Voyager 2 finally crossed the heliopause, the invisible line where the sun's reach ends and interstellar space begins, expectations were clear. Scientists believed the solar wind would slowly dissolve, like mist blending into the night air. A gentle, poetic transition. Almost beautiful. But the reality was anything but. The shift was not slow. It was sudden. Abrupt. One moment the spacecraft floated inside the sun's protective bubble. The next, it was outside. And what it found there was startling. Radiation levels spiked by more than 70%. Plasma density surged. The very shape of the magnetic field twisted into something unfamiliar. It was not like stepping into the night. It was like opening a sealed door, and finding yourself in a completely different room. The readings were not subtle. They were violent. They were sharp. As if a thin membrane had been pierced. What stunned scientists most was not the existence of this boundary. It was the precision of it. The sun's heliosphere, once imagined as a soft, dissolving cloud, was now revealed as a shield. A fortress wall protecting us from the chaos of the galaxy. And Voyager 2 had crossed it. Until that moment, the heliosphere had been an idea, a theoretical bubble created by solar wind and magnetism. But Voyager 2 proved it was real. It was structured. It was vital. Inside, space was relatively calm. Radiation filtered. Cosmic rays muted. The storms of the galaxy kept at bay. Outside? Everything changed. Particles surged chaotically. Radiation levels turned dangerous. The magnetic fields beyond twisted into patterns we had never seen before. Suddenly, our solar system no longer seemed like a fragile outpost drifting in nothingness. It looked like a walled fortress. And beyond its walls stretched an unregulated wilderness. Then, in 2019, another shock. Voyager 2 went silent. For hours, every instrument was dark. No data. No command. No response. And then, just as suddenly, it came back. The official explanation pointed to aging hardware. A possible software hiccup. But hidden in the technical notes were strange, unexplained details. Electromagnetic spikes. Sharp fluctuations in the magnetic field. Sudden bursts of particle energy. If it was just a glitch, why did the space around Voyager shift so violently at that exact moment? Some proposed a pocket of charged plasma. Others suggested a ripple from a distant supernova. Or perhaps a shockwave drifting in from interstellar winds. But a quieter theory emerged. A theory whispered, not shouted. That Voyager had crossed into something else. A layer. A zone. A region we had never even imagined existed. A hidden threshold within the threshold. And if that is true, then Voyager didn't just step outside the solar system, It entered a new, unknown realm. A realm, the implications, the discoveries did not end there. Voyager 2's data revealed something even more unsettling. The heliosphere breathes. It is not fixed. It expands. It contracts. It pulses with the rhythm of the sun's 11-year cycle. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 didn't cross at the same place, or even at the same distance. Their paths were shaped not by randomness, but by the heartbeat of the sun itself. This means the boundary of our solar system isn't a neat sphere. It isn't perfect. It is distorted. Stretched like the tail of a comet, alive like the breath of a giant organism. At times it pushes outward, shielding us more strongly. At times it collapses inward, allowing radiation to creep closer to Earth. The truth is haunting. Our shield is not permanent. It is fragile. It can weaken. And Voyager 2 revealed just how thin it truly is. But the most disturbing revelation wasn't scientific. It was existential. Because attached to Voyager 2 is a golden record. A message. Etched in gold are greetings from humanity. Sounds of Earth. The laughter of children. The rush of oceans. The music of our cultures. And, most dangerously, a map to our home. For decades we celebrated it as a symbol of hope. A cosmic invitation. A handshake extended to the unknown. But now, in light of what Voyager has revealed, the golden record feels different. It feels less like a greeting, and more like a flare. If the boundary of our solar system is not a soft fade, but a sharp, reactive wall, then what does it mean that we pierced it carrying a map? Did we offer friendship? Or expose our vulnerability? Because if something out there is listening, something beyond that gate, then Voyager has already announced our presence. Not just with signals, but with coordinates. With instructions. With identity. Every transmission from Voyager confirms our intelligence. Our technology. Our location. The golden record may be more than a message. It may be an invitation. An invitation we cannot take back. Voyager 2 was never supposed to last this long. It was never meant to change how we see the universe. And yet, decades after its launch, it has pierced a boundary humanity was not ready to confront. What it found was not the peaceful emptiness we once dreamed of. It found storms. It found structure. It found change. Our solar system is not drifting in chaos. It is shielded. Guarded. Protected. And outside that shield, the rules of space bend into something stranger, something older, something we do not yet understand. Radiation intensifies. Fields align. Particles shift. The very fabric of space vibrates with unseen rhythms. The edge of our solar system is not just a boundary. It feels like a gate. A gate into a realm that does not care about Earth's blue skies, or our gentle sun. A realm where storms rage endlessly. Where invisible tides push and pull. Where silence hides power. And through that gate, we have already sent our name. Our voice. Our location. Carved in gold. Carried by a fragile craft that should have died decades ago. Voyager 2. Explorer. Messenger. Or signal. And so the question remains, did Voyager 2 merely cross into interstellar space?